Are you a parent? Do you want to teach your kids how to invest? Do you want to make sure that your kids invest from an early age so that they experience all of the benefits of learning and of compound interest in their lives so that they can one day have really amazing investment portfolios and a bright and shiny financial future so that they can enjoy the more exciting things in life like quality family time? Well, my name is Ian Lopez, also known as PPC Ian, and I am personally a parent. So this video strikes home for me. I take these things really seriously. I think it's really important to educate one's children about personal finance, about investing, because these are not the lessons necessarily that are always taught in school. I think there are a lot of good lessons taught in school, but when it comes to investing, especially investing for passive income, for dividends, for cash flow, these are the kind of things that I think are not taught in school, and so it's important for parents to educate their kids. And so I want to go through a few things today, a few strategies on how parents can successfully make this a family event and get their kids involved in the exciting world of dividend growth investing. So first and foremost, just a story. When I was a young child, I always remember that my dad was watching this show on television called Wall Street Week. This was a show with Louis Rukeyser. Very interesting show, all about investing. And sometimes I would watch with him, sometimes I would just kind of hear it in the background. Fact of the matter is that those early days, this is when I was a really younger kid, I didn't understand what they were talking about. But you know what? I picked up that the stock market is important, and I started learning a bit through osmosis. And I think that's something really important. Obviously, Wall Street Week, I don't know if that's still on TV or not. Obviously, Louis Rukeyser is no longer, unfortunately, alive, so I don't believe, obviously, that he would be hosting the show. Maybe someone else is. I don't know if they still have that show. But the modern day Wall Street Week in Review is CNBC. And maybe Kramer is a good kind of modern example of a popular TV show about investing. And so if you have kids, why not have those kind of programs on TV? They might not understand even what's being spoken about, but through osmosis, they will learn. And moreover, they will see that it's something that's important to you, and they will make it important to themselves as well. They'll understand that, hey, this finance stuff, this stock market, these things are important. And so I think that's just one strategy, easy to expose one's kids to the world of investing. What else? I think one of the most important things about investing in general is the budgeting side of things. You can make all the money in the world, but if all of the money you make goes out to buy fancy things and you have no money left, there's no money to invest. It's a really difficult situation too, because that means one has to keep working and working really hard for income. I like things the other way around. I'd rather be frugal. I'd rather selectively buy nice things, but take a great percentage of income and get it to work for me. Get it in the stock market so that I can put it in dividend-paying stocks. Those dividend-paying stocks can compound over time. And one day the dividends can pay so much money that it covers all of my living expenses. That's how money can work for me. And so you can only have money working for you if you're really good at budgeting and you get money in the market. So most kids have some kind of allowance, I imagine. And so why not teach your kids, hey, you're getting an allowance. This week you've earned 20 bucks. You've done some things around the house, you get $20. I'm going to make a deal with you. You put half of that into the stock market, half of it you can spend. I think those are the kind of skills from an early age that are incredibly important to teach children, because if one is consistently spending, of your 20 bucks, let's say they're spending consistently 18 of it and saving just 2 of it, that's not going to cut it. It's never going to be enough if those are the strategies that your children apply once they have a job. If they can do 50-50, that will set them up for amazing success. If they can save half of their paycheck and invest it, try to start teaching those skills from an early age. Now, obviously, $10 at a time might be too little to invest in the market, but maybe it can, save it up for a few weeks. Once it's over the $25 limit, You can probably find some low-cost dividend reinvestment plans out there. Set up a custodial account where the parent is involved, both the parent and child. The parent's a custodian over the account for the child, and start having the child invest that money. And as little as $25 at a time, there are dividend reinvestment plans out there that have no commissions or very low commissions and allow low investments like this. And you have to read all the prospectuses, you have to pick the right plans because some of them do have fees. But you find the right plans, this could be an amazing way to get your children involved in the market. So what else? I did a whole video about this, about paying yourself first. This is, again, this goes back to my last point, but I want to underscore it again because I didn't use this terminology. Teach your kids how to pay themselves first. Before anything happens, you get a paycheck. Portion of that paycheck needs to go towards paying oneself first, towards investments that will grow over the long term, money that won't be touched, won't be used for things. And again, just on the example I used in the past, this is how one can teach their child to pay themselves first from an early age. We talked about dividend reinvestment plans a bit. I think dividend reinvestment plans are amazing for children. If you're not aware of what a dividend reinvestment plan is, it's a plan that's set up by a company where you can buy stock directly from a company. It's through usually a company, an entity that the company appoints called a transfer agent. And the beauty of dividend reinvestment plans are you can start with small investments. Usually they have low or no fees. Some of them do have fees though, so you have to watch out and be careful to analyze the fee structure. So they allow the small amounts, low fees. Also, they allow one to buy fractional shares of stock. So if you're investing $25 and let's say the stock is currently at $100, you buy a quarter of a share at a time. And dividend reinvestment plans allow one to reinvest dividends, so it's great for compound interest, which is amazing for kids because kids have many years ahead of them. They can start compounding even the smallest investments 10, 20, 30, 40 years out. They're going to be doing really well. And so dividend reinvestment plans are a great vehicle, in my opinion, for children, but for all investors as well, all other types of investors, but especially to get children started in the dividend and the investing world. I love this one. Living in the United States, our society has become very consumer-oriented. It's a consumer society. And I don't want to bash consumerism. I think consumerism is okay. It has its time and its place. But I think growing up in this world right now, it's got to be hard on kids. And they're inundated with more advertising than ever before. Many kids these days are using smartphones. They're on tablets. They're on social media. They're getting advertised to in whole different ways than the rest of us got advertised to when we were kids. And I think it's important to break that cycle. And here's just one example of how to do that. Let's say it's your child's birthday. Instead of getting them a material object, why not gift them some stock? Why not contribute towards their dividend reinvestment plan? That is a gift that will pay back and pay them dividends for their entire lifetime. And it sets the tone. It sets the right message that, hey, a gift doesn't necessarily have to be a material object. If you want to give a gift to yourself, there's no greater gift than time. And you can buy time through financial freedom. Because once you have financial freedom, you have enough cash flow to pay for everything. You can do whatever you want. So that, I think, is a great lesson and a great gift for children. So here's another one. If there happens to be someone in the family who's really successful and interested in investing, maybe it's you because you're watching this video, maybe it's someone else, maybe it's a grandparent, because grandparents have a lot of experience with a lot of different markets. See if they might want to mentor your child. I think having a mentor at an early age around investing, again, another way to teach children about investing is through a great mentor. I think one thing or two things that are really important is, let's say you get your child interested in investing. There's all different types of investing. One could invest for capital appreciation. One could be a trader. One could be into penny stocks. All kinds of stuff. In this modern day, those are the strategies that get all the attention. The strategy of what I employ, dividend growth investing for cash flow and dividends, it's it's not in the spotlight quite as much. It's not as exciting. So I think as a parent, it's important to educate children that there is this strategy called dividend growth investing. It's all about cash flow. Why is cash flow important? Because it can pay the bills. Why is this strategy good? Because it's predictable, it works, it just takes time, persistence, dedication. And you don't have to chase the fast money. You don't have to chase these fast gains. In fact, doing that may minimize your results over the long term. So just educating that, hey, there's investing for cash flow and there's investing for the long term. I think that's important as a parent teaching their child about investing. I love this one. Write your child some letters and notes. Maybe they're really young. They wouldn't even understand what you're writing, but put them away, save them for the future. When your child gets older, they can read all about your personal investing strategy. They can read the lessons that you want to impart on them. They will read that and remember it. They will keep that as a keepsake. It will keep them motivated through all of their years, through their teens, through their 20s, their 30s. Make it really well known what your wishes are for them and be encouraging to them. Write them some letters. I think that is so cool. And even on one tip that I've done myself, if you gift stock as a birthday present, for example, do that, but also go ahead and write them a letter at the same time so that they understand. Maybe they don't even understand it now, but maybe when they're older, they can read that and you see, yeah, my dad gifted me this stock and here's why he did it. I think that's really powerful, really, really powerful. So I think another thing is just to underscore the value of compound interest. I've done a lot of videos here about compound interest. I'm not going to repeat it here, but check out my other videos and what I have to say about compound interest. Teach your children about compound interest. Again, this goes back to the prior point about investing for cash flow, dividends, long-term compound interest. These are things that are not underscored enough in today's investing literature and marketing and all of this, the info out there. It's geared towards trading and fast gains. And so try to underscore how compound interest is a very, very powerful force, can set them up for huge success. So my name is Ian Lopuk. I'm from ppcian.com. If you enjoyed today's video, I kindly ask you to like the video, to leave your comments. These comments fuel future videos. To subscribe to my channel. These are the greatest compliments that you can possibly give me as a YouTuber. Thank you so much for watching. Before I leave, just a friendly disclaimer. This is not investment advice. I'm not a licensed financial advisor. This video is just for your fun and entertainment. If you are going to go and invest capital or help your child invest capital, please do consult a licensed financial advisor first. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.